The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Marquinhos. He's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. He is through here! He's been side down. Is that a penalty? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Marquinhos has been sent off for that incident. The referee showed no hesitation in getting out a straight red card.
He really ended up between a rock and a hard place then, Peter. Probably took the harder choice.
Played with speed from back to front. Well timed, excellent interception. Can he get it through? And claimed it back swiftly. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's quick to get it clear again. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Casillas comes out and deals with it. Looking to play him in. Plays a sharp chance! There it is! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
A 1-0 lead established.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Played back in. Edmilson. Now it's Cantona. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's having a hit! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, he's been caught napping! Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Caceres gets across to intercept that. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Always onto this. Lovely. And the shot! He scores! Again in a trice, and they are soaring!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Chance, surely! Oh, taken with style! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
And he's decided to go for it. That's a half-decent try.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Messi. Aimed beyond the defence. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, good take and a goal! No mistake! And he is just ripping it up! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Bangladesh are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it...
And it's half-time here.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. So off we go once more. Veron tries making a foray down the right. Caceres. Mateus. Neymar. And he's been shifted off it. That's a pretty loose pass. And this is Messi. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. It's just beyond his reach. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. He's through, now is he in? And it's Batistuta. Well, that has not gone well. Pass somewhat off target. Neymar. Nicely shaped ball. Goes for the shot! He's got away with one there. Veron. Just about up to the hour now. It's Totti! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence though, and he's had a hit! Good try, very good try in fact.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Totti picks it up from the goal kick. Looking for options for movement. Oh, played right into his path. And they've got rid. And that is out of play.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Conte. Now it's Messi. Now it's Neymar. He's picked his way through. Stood up well to him there. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Neymar. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Edmilson. Makalele cuts it out. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. There's the shot! Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant! A finish right from the top draw! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
And this is Neymar, and it's Neymar! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Substitution on the field, number 19.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives.
Is number 8, Messi.
And he's gone looking for safety. And that is that. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
This was all about tactics, Peter. A weakness in the central areas, both in defence and midfield, which is something we referred to before the game, and the manager was smart enough to make sure it was exploited.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And already we're underway here.
There's a player on this pitch who
Has a shot!
will simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
Cantona! Cantona! Brilliant from Cantona!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Argentina are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Well, that has not gone well. Edmilson. And Best. Del Piero. That's a pretty loose pass. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And here's Pirlo. Del Piero. Del Piero. Ploughing. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
He's having a good look here. And now as good a time as any to pull level. Opts to play it back. Veron did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Referee's given a throw. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. And here's Batistuta. Oh, well played, well played. And it's Totti. Oh, it's a great ball here. And he's there to clear it. Cole! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Now it's Cantona. Baresi is the guilty party there. Goes for a shot! Brilliant by Cole! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Argentina with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Cafu clears it away. Best. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Cruyff. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Cantona. He shifted it to the flank. Oh, easy pickings there. Del Piero. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Puyol promptly onto that, and that is that. Cole, and that's real chance! Superb from Cole! A finish of true class! And they're at it again in double quick time! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Bangladesh are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And now he has two. 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Veron has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
While sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less...
Oh no, what has happened here? He's beaten the last man! And that'll be the final action of the first half. But I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
It really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more.
Everything right so far, so we want to keep things that way.
By মাথা নষ্ট কার সাথে খেলতেছি 3260 স্কোর কি নাই তার এই স্কোরকে আমি 3টা গোল দিছি মানে এটাই কি বলবো টাকার কাছে যে আরমানটা আমাদের এটাই তার প্রমাণ
So off we go once more. And this is Pato. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Puyol. Cafu. Totti. And he's intervened well there. Best. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's Zanetti. That is good alertness. Cruyff. Looking for options, for movement. Great vision. And that could set him on his way. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Cruyff. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area.
Dangerous area.
Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
It's an Argentina free kick.
Well, this certainly fits the bill when it comes to the man for the occasion.
Del Piero! Well, there's the clearance. 60 minutes played. Now this could be a chance. Zanetti eases the ball away from him. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Now this is interesting, he has already had his name taken once. Veron has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm, he is therefore off.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Spread neatly, it's a promising position. Zanetti. Argentina appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter.
Oh, he's been caught napping! And that has left him in a heap. Oh, there's a probing ball. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Chiellini with a fine tackle. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Shot could be on. Can he finish? Really well taken goal. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Del Piero really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Argentina give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Batistuta. Out to the left it goes. Now it's Cruyff. He's shifting through the gears here. He's found some space. Cleared without complication.
Substitution on the field. Number 19, Andy Cole. Number 4, Edmilson. Coming on the field, number 8.
And a shot! They've scored! With so little time left, grandstand finish! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way and he just slips the other.
Argentina give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Puyol. Totti. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Baresi. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, the early goal certainly helped settle everything down, and from there you felt this was always going to go one way. So this turns out to be a very fine day at the office.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway.
Well, Alessandro Nesta turns defence into an art form. If you like your defenders slick and quick, this is the man.
Yeah, am I right in saying he started out as a fullback?
Yeah, I think he may have begun his career as a fullback, but he became a central colossus.
Now it's Batistuta. Pull it. And this is Schneider. He's in a good shapes to shoot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Kante getting this one clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Costa Curta is in a really good position out wide. And it's claimed by the keeper. Pull it. Pass is just off target. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Can he get it through? Oh, well played, well sorted out. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now that looks a decent ball. Beckenbauer deals with that comfortably. Dida clears. Aimed beyond the defence. Still goalless at the moment. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Cantona! Brilliant from Cantona! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Not the most accurate pass. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Costa Curta. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great... He's tried one! Superb from Cole! He's got himself an absolute peach. And they're at it again in double quick time. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So that's two now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And he cuts out the supply, flashes it. Oh, what a climb! No, not the best of headers. And no, that was never going to make it. He's picked his way through. Nicely weighted ball.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Knocks it into space. Batistuta has it out wide and in space. And the referee brings the first half to a close. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Bangladesh clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half. Rahman gets a foot in here. Tries from distance. A probing pass. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's Serginho. And that is expertly dealt with. Goes for a shot! And it's in! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
And Batistuta! That was superb goalkeeping.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. Kante is there, and he can get that clear. Cole. And they're back on the ball again, looking for the run.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players...
Batistuta! And he comes up trumps again. So, third corner of the game. Punched away. Chouameni. Kante is the guilty party there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Costa Curta. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And this is Batistuta.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Tries to play it through. Now that is a hefty challenge. Batistuta. And that could set him on his way. Oh, that's fabulous. And he's had a hit! And that would have won it.
Cole really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Cantona plays it short. Has a shot! Cafu is there to clear. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Bangladesh really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Looking to play him in.
4 added minutes
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Backward it goes. Hullet. Quality ball. Now it's Cantona. Oh, perfectly measured that. There's the shot! And he hits the net! Two to the good, and they are purring! Absolutely purring!
14, Gabriel Batistuta. Substitution in progress.
And that will be the final act. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work. Batistuta picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Bangladesh definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.